we're live. So welcome back. Today I'm going to be continuing to learn Rust using Rustlings yet again. About halfway through, I believe. So if I do Rustlings watch, then yeah, it's going to go through all the things, and I think we're a little over 50% done. So it'll take a minute. Okay. And there we go. Okay, so now we are on to error handling. That's going to be fun. Alright, so that is a big part of Rust, is errors. So, that kind of came out a little wrong. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what we've got now. So, okay, so it fails here. Expected option string found result. Okay. So, okay. So, where is that at? The error is 31. Okay. Alright. So in here, generate name. Okay. Option string. So I need to learn about options. So let me look at the thing, because I'm not sure exactly how to get started on this. So update the return type in the function signature to be a result string. Okay. So in here, result string and string. Whoops. Okay. So, oh yeah, so refresh then. Okay, so could be the variance okay string and error string. Alright, so this one is an error. So can we just say string, or do you have to do a different thing? Alright, and this is okay. Use core format error. Okay. Core format error. Or, oh wait, it said standard. Is that better? Okay. Set of string. Okay. Yeah, so I don't think it wants me to say string here. So I don't know exactly what it wants me to say. Some stuff. Alright. Error. Ooh, okay, so it's just error. Okay, I see. Error. And then error message. So, let's see. String name, or, man, let's see. Name cannot be empty. Be an empty string. Like that. Alright, what is up with the indentation? Okay, so let's see where we're at now. Okay, we have to do, toString. Alright. Okay. And then we failed here, so we succeeded one of the tests. And then, so don't change this line. Oh, okay, so I think we need to use the specific error message that it wants. It must be non-empty. So can I just copy this same one? I don't know about the formatting of that. Yo, Schooly B, how are you doing? Mess that up. Okay, so name. Oh, whoops, I accidentally copied the wrong one. So let me grab that, and then grab this one right down here. So, let's see. Then, alright, there we go, and we completed it. Okay. Just hang out before my meeting starts. How are you? I am doing quite well. Quite well. How is your project coming along with C and C++? And there we go. Okay, so errors 2. Okay. So, yep, I know what you mean by that. Okay, so say we're writing a game where you can buy items with tokens. All items cost 5 tokens, and whenever you purchase items, there is a processing fee of 1 token. Type how many items they want, and the total cost function will calculate the total cost of the tokens. Okay, since the player typed in the quantity, though, we get it as a string, and they might not have typed anything. They might have typed anything, not just numbers. Okay, isn't handling the error case at all? Alright, so we need to check if it is not an integer. Okay. Is if we call the total cost function on a string that is not a number, the function will return on a parse int error. Okay, we want to immediately return that error from our function and not try to multiply and add. So before this, so we need to check something after this. Okay. these two ways to implement this, but one is a lot shorter. Alright, so I think we need to check something with this. So, let me do hint, and let's see what it says. Is using a match statement on that. Ooh, okay. So, it's pretty much, ooh, okay, this pattern is very common in Rust though, so there's a question mark operator. Let me look at that. So I've seen some things about this, this said operator. Actually, let me open it right there. Okay, so let's see. Let me also open up Learn X and Y Rust, just for certain references. Okay, so let's see. So, username equals that. Okay. So what happens when I add it to the end? What does it say? So, okay, and then it just completed. Okay, so that's all you have to do then. Okay, that's pretty cool actually. I do like that. That is quite a bit short. Let me try doing it with the match statement as well. So match quantity. So okay. Let's see. Okay, let's see, how do you do this? Value, we'll do something. And then error. And then we will just, let's see, actually, how did it sounded actually in here? Let me look at that again. So error something. Yeah. Error, so then some error, like that. Then we want to, okay, something. Alright, so I don't know what else I would do after this then. So, error. Just return an error like that, and then just, yeah, I don't know. Don't know exactly. I want to learn how to do it, without using the syntactic sugar, if you will. Yeah, so that, okay. Consider using a semicolon here. Ooh, okay, semicolon. And then, yeah, so that still doesn't work. So, oh yeah, quantity equals value. And then that just should throw an error, right? Equals okay value. Is that what we need to do? Let's see. And then, okay. Okay. Hey, I guess we lost you too to the Rust Foundation. Well, I'm just trying it out. I don't know yet. Maybe I will be lost. I mean, so far, I still do prefer C, but that is because I'm used to it. So, we'll see. After a couple weeks, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so that doesn't work. So, alright, let me look at there, something else in here about errors. So, ooh, okay, you can do something like that, actually. Yeah. Yeah, it's, let it equal match, okay. And then, yeah, we can basically do, similar thing for this. So, yeah, that makes sense, Let me get rid of this, and then, okay, it's not file, so it is quantity. And then, I don't know if I can call it quantity, actually, so we'll just do value, and then, yeah, just do value. Otherwise, if there's an error, then, yeah, we return the error. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So then that should, yeah, so that works the same. So that is essentially the same as just putting a question mark at the end. Yeah. Alright, so I'm glad I looked into both ways. So this is the same thing. I kind of liked modern C++, despite all the hate from tech Twitter. Yeah, I mean, I used it a little bit. Not enough to necessarily get a full opinion on it. But it does get a lot of hate. Oh shoot. Oh yeah, don't need that match in there. It does get a lot of hate. Even though I think it's really something that, once you've done it enough, like, then you can like it. Like, if you get into it without really knowing anything about it, or if you're not very good at, what was that? Yeah, I wanted to, no, that. I'm a few months into C and 3 days into C++, not liking C++ very much, but going to give it time. Well, yeah. C is much simpler, so it's easier to kind of just jump into. And I actually messed this up now. Yep. So that is Oh, that's the next one. That's my bad. There's 3. Yeah. I completely forgot my train of thought that I was saying. Yes. Something about C++. Okay. But yeah, I think C++ is something that you kind of just need to, has to grow on you, kind of, if that makes any sense. Can only use in a function that returns result or option. Okay. Alright. It's not working though. Alright, so I think we have to do the match thing then. Because it can return more than one thing. So, I can do that. Get rid of that. And then, here, so we can have a few different things. We can have error. What does it have? From residual. This function to return result or option. So, Alright, so we have cost. We have okay. Value. Error. Just return error. And that can go left, actually. And then what is the other thing that does? So this essentially works the same as the other one, if I did it all right. I forgot a semicolon, though. And then, let's see. So, expected that. So, yeah. C is my hero too, but I wouldn't feel bad running C++ as a job either. Currently, I'm a Java dev. Oh, okay. That's rough. Yeah. Java is still the most employable language, basically, right? Or has the most jobs available out of any language. Because it was really popular when it came out, and then just like a lot of the legacy systems still use it, right? I don't know. I think most of the new stuff is on Kotlin or something, though. Or C# if it's Microsoft. I don't know a lot about that, though. Alright, so expected that. So it doesn't like that. Let me look at the hint. Why shouldn't main? Ooh, okay, so it actually wants me to change the main result. Ooh, okay. Result and error. Alright, so maybe it doesn't want me to do this. It wants me to, so I can go back here and then, so change main, like this. So we can return result. Result of what? Hang on, what did that say? That and error type. Is that what it's called? Error type. It is not. Is it? Let's see. Is it parse in error actually? That's probably it, right? Parse in error. Maybe not. Okay. Expected result. Found that. So, because nothing is really needed in terms of positive results. Okay. Java is on new systems too, thanks to Spring Boot. Many companies even migrated to Java because of that, like Netflix. Definitely reduces suffering. Alright, what is Spring Boot? That's not something I've heard of before. Spring Boot. Getting sidetracked, but that's okay. Yeah, I don't know what that is. So, Java framework. Ooh, okay. Is there some example of it? Yeah, I haven't heard about this at all, so I don't really do much with Java though, so alright, let's just look at building an application. Okay. Is it the same as Spring? It is Java Spring. Spring framework. Is that? Yeah, it looks like it's the same website. Yeah, spring.io. Linked to the same thing, but there might have been something that I was doing wrong. Okay, yeah. So I don't know a lot about Java, so. But yes, very cool. What? Alright, so this, can close that. Okay, expected result, found that. So, do we not have to do that then? No, that's not gonna work. I don't know why I was thinking it. So, let's see. Spring Boot has bindings for all popular libraries like integration. Maven is the package manager of Java. Okay. Yeah, well, I know about Maven. Yeah. Okay, so, Okay. So, that doesn't have the error. So do we have to return an error as well? Like, basically. Parse in there. Yeah. Let me look at this. Let's see. So, So let me look at how this works. So this returns okay. So do I have to return that? Like this. I'm thinking not, but we'll see. Going to head to a meeting. Have a good stream. Thank you, and have a good time at your meeting. Yeah. Okay. Doesn't like this. Yeah, I want to return the value. Yes. So there we go. All right. So that is what I wanted. So I could look at this and I got an idea. I think I can also just do return. And then I can start the semicolon, but it doesn't matter. All right. So there we go. Figured that out. Let's go. All right. Errors 4. Let's see. All right. So what do we fail on? Test creation. 27. So right here, this one failed. Okay. Why is it always returning okay values? Okay. So if okay, so we need to check if it is check if it is not the right thing. So new so if it's not, if it is less than 0. Okay. So what is the way to do that? I'm going to try this. Might be wrong. I can shift it around. So let's see. So basically, if value is greater than 0, then do this. I think that was how they look. Otherwise, just return error. Value cannot be less than 0. Cannot be negative, rather. Let's see, that might not be right. Might be negative. Will that work, though? Let's see what that will do. That's the wrong thing. So we get some errors now. So, expected that. Okay. Where are you from? The United States of America. Okay. Let's see. So, expected that. Expected this to be. So, alright, wants me to return it like that. Yes. Return like that. And then value cannot be negative. Expected creation error. So I need to do that. Really interesting. I thought I heard some accent. Nope. I am born and raised here, so no accent. Well, American accent, but yeah. So alright, this needs to be so how do we, can I just do error, what is the error that it wants? Creation error. I don't know if that's how it wants me to do that, but let's see. Do I need to do, okay, negative? Yeah, okay. It can't be negative. No, it can be 0. Yeah. So creation error, negative. And so it still failed. Okay. Error 0. Okay. So want it to be. It's great. Even equal to 0. Can I do that? No. Okay. So it needs to be if value equals 0, then do a 0 like that. Okay. And return it. There we go. Okay, and then alright, then it works. So is there a better way of doing this though? Perhaps. Let's see. So it's always creating a new instance and returning okay result. Alright, so perhaps using a match, but I'm not sure. Can I just match value? Let me look at matching ranges. Just matching ranges. I guess that was something I looked up yesterday. Is that let me look at ranges. Multiple patterns. Yeah. So could I do? Well, I really want to do matching if it's negative or is like 0 is easy. But can you do like greater? Let me try something like that. So let me just comment this out. I think it is like is it like that or is it like that? Well, that highlights it, right? So let's see. So let me now let me just match value. And then I'm just going to try this. So 0 is pretty easy. It's just air condition air 0. 0. There we go. 0. No. There we go. 0 like that. And then you see a comma. And then let's see. So greater. This probably won't work, but greater than 0. Yeah, that's definitely not going to work. But I can try. Okay. Positive non-zero integer value as u64. Okay. And then yeah. Then less than 0. Yeah. So less than 0. Air. So I can look at the syntax to do this properly, or at least it would work. But if I do that and put a comma there, so yeah, so that kind of doesn't work. So how can you do like a let's see, match negative. Is that a number condition? Let's see, is there a way to do that? Min. Okay. So I could try that. Let's see. So this is, well, basically we could do this, and then this could be like the default case, like that. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. Yeah, default case like that, and then we could do 0, and then 32 min dot 0 like that. Then, well, actually, I want -1. So, all right, let's see. Yeah, equal like this. There we go, like that. And then, oh yeah, because it's not I32, it is actually it's I64. There we go. All right, so that works, and that's probably a more idiomatic way of doing it. It might not still be necessarily the most idiomatic way, but it does work, and it's probably pretty close. So I am quite happy with that. Yes. So let's go on to the next one now. So 5. Errors 5. Okay, a lot of stuff going on in here. Altered version of the code from errors 4. Okay. Like box and the from trait. It's not important to understand them in detail right now, but you can read ahead if you like. For now, think of the box as type. I want anything that does the question mark type. So here is somewhat lenient. In short, the particular use case for box is when you want to own a value and then you care only that it is a type which implements a particular trait. What can be used to describe both errors? So, does it want, I don't know. Something like that. Why does it want that? Like that. Let's see. So that is that's in the standard library, right? I don't know. Let me look at, let me import, parse in error. Okay. Found in there. So what is it in? I was looking at this. So, T in what? So, let's see. Is there a way to import it, or it's probably not the right thing to do? Probably not doing it right. So let's see. Okay. So what did it have in here before again? So I just had question marks. So that is not a trait. So what is a trait? Let me look at traits in Rust. Trait in Rust. So, finding shared behavior. Let's look at Rust by example. So, trait is a collection of types of unknown. Alright, so where is it shown? Define animal. A group of methods. Okay, it's implemented for the sheep. Allowing the use of methods from animal with the sheep. Alright, so defining a trait like that. Ooh, okay. So do we need to do something for that? Okay. So do we need to define a trait then? Okay, how does that work? So trait, and then let me look at the hint and see if it gives some direction. So this section of the book errors with a result. So okay, string IO error. Read more about boxing errors. Using that operator. Okay. So, okay. Let's see. I'm gonna try some things out here. But we might have to define a trait. I8. Yeah, that's not. Standard IO. Yeah. Yeah, that is not what it wants. Okay. Yeah, it's not a trait. So, we're gonna probably have to look at that. Let me go back to this. Wait. Okay, so, possible results. Okay. Calls from. Okay. Yeah, I didn't. All right, there are two different possible results within main, which are using that. How do we declare the run type that allows both? Under the hood, from, air, air, whoops, air. So I'm not gonna refresh that yet. So then, this box trait is polymorphic. Okay, polymorphism. Since all errors implement the air trait, we can capture lots of different errors in one box. Okay. So that is okay. Use whoops. Okay, like that. And then it works. Okay, so that's what it wanted. It wanted air. So that's in standard error. Let me look at that. Can I open up the hint again? Does it have something on the in here? Let me look at all these things. And let's see. So where is that actually? So air right here. Yeah. So result T is that. Okay. As either unwrap or return error. This is mostly true. It actually means unwrap or return error from there, since from is conversion utility. Okay. Okay. Alright, well I can remove this then. And we can move on. So, error 6. Okay. How many more? So I think, alright, this is the last of the errors. Okay. Yeah. So we are almost 60% through. Alright, so add another error conversion function here. Okay. So make a function for from parse in. Okay. Custom error type that we'll be using in parse pose non-zero. Okay. So that's in here. So using catch-all error types like that isn't recommended for library code, where callers might want to make decisions based on the error content. Instead of printing it out and propagating it further, here we define a custom error type to make it possible for callers to decide what to do next when our function returns an error. Okay. So, add another error conversion here. Alright, so there's a function. So what do we need to define for it? And what does it need to return? Alright, so from parse in, where would that be called? Okay. Okay, this is actually the one from before where I was using the this is actually a different way to do that. So that's probably the preferred way. It's pretty close to what I did though, so we're still alright with that. So parse. Alright, so where do we call from parse in? Alright, we don't call that anywhere, so okay. So change this to return an appropriate error instead of panicking. Okay. So dot unwrap. So new parse pose non-zero integer. So we need the error. So let me see. So that's not gonna work because that's not quite the right thing. Okay. Not infer that. Alright, what errors do we get when I do this? So, it doesn't want that. So let me just get rid of that so it's just an empty function. And I can look at the errors that we get. And let's see. Okay, so the test failed. Test parsed error. Okay. So in 36. Right here, yeah. So with that, it panicked. So when that, what does dot unwrap do? I don't, does that just panic? Dot unwrap. So is that something that I have to remove? So let's see. So, alright, in Rust, okay, E will be the air conditioning. We'll give you the embedded T if there is one. Instead, it will panic. Alright, so we don't want it to panic. So I think we need to get rid of the unwrap. So do that, and then, so we can't really just do something like that. Okay. Expected that. Alright, yeah, so we need to actually match it. I think we can do a little something like that, and then, okay, value, and then just value. And then otherwise, error, then return error, parse, pose non-zero error. Alright, and then what do we want from that? We want, parse int error, like that. Yeah, okay. And I don't think we need this. Alright, let's see. So let's see what that does now. Expect I64, found that. So, okay. Yeah, we need to actually do the return thing. Zealous Goyus, I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce that last part. Just followed, thank you, I appreciate it. Okay, so I think we need to return it like that. And then, so, alright, we have quite a few things here. Expected that. Found enum constructor. Do we not need that actually? Maybe. Okay. I don't know if that made it better or worse. Hello there, Alavaz, how are you doing? Okay, so result that found So how do we return that? Let's see. So return. Let me go back here. So here we return that. So we can't just do that without that. Okay. Expected I64 found result. Okay, so it doesn't. Expected type I64. Actually, this can be like that. Alright, okay, that. And then value. Actually, do we need to do positive non-zero integer? Yeah, something like that. Okay. So it still doesn't want that. Okay. Let me move this back above and look at it like this. So, okay. So it wants it to be I60. Oh yeah, because that is the type that we have here. So can we actually, can we change that? Let's see, that might not work. Found that. Alright, so how do we get the value from that? How are you doing? I'm doing quite well. How are you? Yeah, so new. So it wants that to be... how do you get the value from that? So here we return that in the new. So that's what we're calling, actually. And then when we call this, creating 2E apps with bubble tea is the best thing I've done in quite a while. Bubble tea, let's see what that is. Bubble tea, is it a Rust thing? Or is it, let me see. That might not be the best thing, the right thing. Let me look up actually, 2E. Alright, bubble tea. Okay. So it's go, okay. Powerful little two-way framework. I have not used this one. Yeah, go, okay. Functional, alright. Very cool. Yeah, I need to do something with two-way apps at some point. I haven't really made any ever. At least not any completed ones. Yeah, that could be fun. Very cool. Okay, so so basically, new value. So it doesn't want that. Okay. Instead of panicking. So when parse returns an error. So we want it to just be equal to the value though, right? And then otherwise though we want to crash here. But we don't want to crash. We want to return this error. Return the error. And then let's see, if I get rid of that, I don't think it's gonna work. Okay. Creation parsing. Yeah, it is parse int. Fields. What? Ooh, okay, parse int. Okay, and then we can put the error into here, right? Like this. Error. Ooh, okay, there we go. So that's what it wanted me to do. Yes, I figured it out just by working through it. I'm very happy with that. So, yeah, I think that is more or less how it wanted us to do that. So, map error. Ooh, okay. Maybe not. Fine with look class for styling, and the bubbles framework can do crazy stuff. That's very cool. Do you have something public that you would like to share, or not? If not, that's totally cool. But if you do, I would like to take a look at it. Map error right here. Okay, so I just want to see how it wanted us to do that. Maps a result TE to result TF. Leaving the OK untouched. So where do we call that? Map error stringify. So what is the stringify? What does stringify mean? Let's see. So let me try that actually. I'll just comment this out. Like that. I need to get rid of this one. Okay, so instead of doing that, we can do what x? Let's see. So let x equal s dot parse. Something like that. And then this is an example repo from the creators. Alright, I will look at that in a second. Yes. Okay. So then it wants us to map error. So can I do dot map error? Let's see. I don't know what the stringify is actually the function. So so I don't want to stringify though. Error code is that. We don't have. So is that what it wants us to map it to? From parse in. Like that. Let's see. So I don't know. What are you building? I'm actually learning Rust. This is my second day working on it. I'm just following through. It's like a terminal-based tutorial essentially. It is called Rustlings. And there's actually a link right there. So that's the link to it if you want to check it out. Just the GitHub of it. It's not something I'm building though, so I'm just kind of learning the language. Okay, so not found in the scope. Yes. Treaty Trouty followed. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so from parse in is not found. Do I need like that? Actually no, because it's not in here. It is in parse. Let's see. Parse pose non-zero error. Like that. Is that how we want that? Okay, so expected 1 argument, but it takes. Okay, it takes 0 arguments. Alright, so the function doesn't take an argument. So what does it want us to take? So in here, it's going to take okay. A U32. So actually this one is going to be I think it was it an I32? Actually we use it down here. I64, okay. Tried Rust a bit, but I don't think I want to learn it until I find a very good reason to. That's fair. That is fair. Yes. It is an interesting language from what I've seen so far though. It has kind of like elements of a lot of different things. Like there is some like C is a big part. Something like C++ kind of. It's not object oriented technically, but it has some similar things to C++, and then it also has functional programming elements. So it's kind of like all three of those jumbled together. That does make a very interesting experience. So this we want to take. X is I64. So something like that, and then expect type I64. All right. So do we actually need to take the result? That is dot map error. All right. When we do that, trying to learn OCaml, and I don't want to throw another line onto the stack yet. Oh yeah, I think that's probably good as well. Like learning a functional language similar to OCaml. Before learning Rust as well. I think that makes it pretty useful. Because there is a lot of elements that you wouldn't be familiar with unless you knew one of those. But yeah, I understand not wanting to learn a bunch at one time. That does make sense. So this, and then we need to provide actually. Okay, what is the value there? I don't know if I can do something like that. So, okay. So, expected I64 found result. Yeah, so that doesn't quite work. Oh, because this actually want to return, what does this return? So this, returns string. But that's not, that is for stringing. So this needs to be return an I64, right? And how do you define that again? Can I just do that? Or does it need to be a result, actually? No, I think that's fine. Something like that. So, X. Yeah, and then I can just throw X into there. That probably won't quite work yet. But we can see, help, a local variable with similar name exists. S. So that, okay, yeah, so it doesn't like that. Okay. Okay, val not found in the scope. Yeah, that doesn't work. I don't know. Expect I64, but found result of that. Yeah. Okay, so this, code 13. Okay. The okay value untyped. Alright, maybe I can look at another example of this map error. Map error in Rust. Even though I technically did get it working, but I want to get it working the right way. That makes sense. Because I want to actually learn. Best way to continue. Alright, so, no. So it is map underscore error. Maybe it'll come up better if I search that. Maybe not. Let me try Google. Let's see. Alright. So that is what I want. Is there... Alright, so let's see what this does. Map error. Yeah, how do you use it? There was this one. So, expected that. Result in that. I do like. Parse pose non-zero error. Creation. But we don't have something to put in that, so it's not gonna work. Yeah. So, let's see, so, map error. Let me look at the example again. So, map error, but they do that in the assert. So, result. So, we define the result like that. Alright, let me do x, let's see. So result is that. So that's not necessarily what I want. Result equals s dot parse. And then let's do, okay. So we want to do x dot map error, and want to map it to this one that I have up here. So that is the, yeah, parse non-zero error from parse int, like that. Actually, I can get rid of this one. So let's do that, and then add a semicolon there, and expect IC4, found that. So it doesn't. So how do we handle this? Associated function defined here. Yeah, so that is, it's not getting that properly. So how do we do that? So here we use the match. But how do you do it with this? Let me run this and let's see what happens. I think my internet is dying. Holy moly. Okay, why is it not loading? That is not good. Let me see. So this, yeah, so he's trying to, it should be equal to that. Okay. So, so if it's an error, it'll be equal to that. So then you have to handle that though. Is it like this? Is that what it wants? And then we do the same thing that I did in here? I feel like not. Yeah, well, it's gonna be a different error this time, right? Yeah, so that makes it an I64. Okay. Yeah, that's not right. So, okay. Yeah. Alright. Full variant defined here. Let's match types. What is this? So, okay value. So the error is that. What if we do error? That probably won't work. Okay. Alright. Expected that. Yes, that doesn't work. So. This still hasn't loaded. I don't know if it's the website or what. Let me try reloading this or something. Oh yeah, that reloads instantly, so I don't think that's what it is. I can open this one too. Yeah, the website must be something up with it. It doesn't want me to run it. Okay, that's fine. So I'll figure it out. So result is that. So I guess the result could be this. So that's already mapped that on its own when we return it. Or not mapped, whatever. And then we map the error to stringify. Code is that. But that's not. So could we do the match in here actually? No, because that's not any different though, right? Yeah, so I don't think that would change anything. I don't think so. Yeah, okay. So this could return a result as well. But I feel like that's not right. Or that or a, yeah. But then we have to match it again. So that really kind of defeats the whole purpose. So, yeah, I'm not sure how to do this. Let me get rid of this. Okay. Map error to TF. Okay. So for this, do Do we actually just want to return the error? Is that what we want to do? Could we just have, it is a post non-zero error, and just return, let me see, so I don't know, found that, so that doesn't work, that's not what it wants, compare it to that, okay. So that is actually, So this does map error actually on that. So, map error. Wait, is that what it wants me to do? So, let me get rid of this. Okay, get rid of that. Then, expected that. Okay, map error that. Creation. Let's see, where is, so, okay, so we need to do, alright. I guess I should have read what was running, because it actually has basically an example here. So this takes the error, which is a, parse int error. And then it's going to return a parse pose non-zero error. And then we want to return this. Okay, now it's making sense. Now I am understanding. It is not a creation, it is a parse int of the error. Yes. And then, and then we want to map it to the from parse int. Like that. Okay. And then, so expected that. So it's still found that. Expected by 64. Where was it expected? I see. In there. Alright, in the new. So it still isn't quite right. So. Parse in error. Okay. Got map error. But then we want to, yeah, because we get the result and we just get the expect I-64 but found that. Do we want to actually do this and then do, whoops, then do that? I don't know if that changed anything. So yeah. Right. So looking at this, that stringifies it, and then so it should be returning okay though. Okay. Map error. Okay. Stop parse. So that's what it wants us to do here. So we can return either an okay or an error. And if it's an error, then we do this. Otherwise, otherwise it should be fine. Okay. Let's see, did I look at the hint already? Probably. Of using, yeah, map error. That's where, yeah. On result to transform one of the error, similar on the result from parse. You might use that. Okay. I don't think it wants me to do that. Okay. Yeah, but it doesn't return that. So do we need to return something else? Do we need to, so this actually returns, that. parse that on X. Okay. So what is it? Okay. Something similar. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's right. Yeah. Okay. Hello there. Lunatic, how are you doing? How are you doing? Could this actually be an okay? Or no, could this be an okay? Actually, I think that might be what I want me to do. So if I do something like that. Okay. No, so it still doesn't. So it doesn't like that. Okay. Different error equals good. Yes. Sometimes. But the only thing, so it result, so it doesn't have the have that in there. Do we So result is that. Does it need to be something like that? It should result of yeah. Like that, but then that is yeah. Uh-huh. Okay, expected I-64 found result. Uh-huh. Yeah, because that returns that. Okay. Found result parse in error, which that's what we want to find, but so the expected I-64. Uh-huh. Does it need to be, does this need to be like that? Probably not. So, yeah. Let's see, can I find something else on map error? I don't think this has, oh, this does have map error, so, we witness that. So this, do we need the question mark at the end? So that can be at x equal, it's not parse. I need to, well, this needs to be mutable then. But I don't know that that is mismatch types. Yeah, I don't think, yeah, I think I can do it on the one line though. Where I go like this. Right, then that has the semicolon at the end, and then there's the question mark in there. After that, file open error E. Then, okay, so that is what it needs. Yeah, because then that handles it. Okay. I see. Okay, so that's better than this. Yeah, more concise. Okay, well, there we go. So we got that working. I'm very happy with that. So I can get rid of this, and now we're done with the error section. So now generics. Yes indeed. Alright, generics 1. So let's look at that. So this needs to be T, right? That's what it wants. But I might need to import something like that. Yeah, so how do you... that is what the generic is T, right? How do you import that? Or do you have to? Can I just find... they might not have it right here. Is there a search? Alright, just generic. Generics. Or T. Uh-huh. Let me just do T and is there generic data types? Yeah. So this. Yeah, so T. But how does it work? So vector T. Okay. Where is that? So right here, like that. Make new. Where is Where's T? Uh-huh. So is there generic types? So option T. Uh-huh. Yeah, so this is let me look at this. Okay. What type we are pushing onto this vector? Okay, do you need to Alright, let me look at Rust vector generics. Is that something I can just look? Rust vector generics. Okay, like this. And then do I need value T? So do you have to define it? Because you can do any. So okay, so do I have to do that? Or do I have to do like T string? Yeah, unclear type T. Maybe I could do unclaimed. Well, you have to do it like this. I'm not sure. I'll see. Generic T, and it's actually need to get rid of the comments there. There we go. Something like that, and then value is T. And then we have to do generic, which that might be taken by something. Okay, so T, you have to find that as well. T is not found in the scope. Okay. Okay, you actually do generic string like that. Is that? Found stir. Yeah, okay, actually that is what I want. Stir. Okay, like that. Actually, can I just do T like that? No. So it doesn't want me to do that. So then, okay, so you need to push it like that. I feel like, maybe not. Okay, so that does work. Is there a different way? Generic bar U16, okay. That actually does colon. Can I do that? And then, okay, and then, is there a way to get rid of that? I don't necessarily want that. So, yeah, try wrapping the expression in that. Push, box new hello. Oh, okay. Could it be like that? Value is default. Let's default. I don't know where the default comes from. Oh yeah, I didn't actually do the, well, this is okay. Okay. Let's see. Does it have, yeah, so that, can I look at this one again? So we have T in here. Result T. And then just T. Can it just be T like that? And then get rid of all this. Something like that. Permanent T is never used. Okay. Yeah, so maybe that doesn't quite work. Okay. Uh-huh. Well, okay, type. Okay. And then equals, uh-huh. So then where is it used? It's somewhere. So result, yeah, I32 like that. Generic T equals, okay. T. Actually equals, is that? Add semicolon there. Okay, there we go. So that's how you have to define it. Yeah. And can this just be, is that right? No. Alright, so it does the same thing. Uh-huh. And this could be just a string like that, and then we just have to do two string here, I think. And yeah, so it all works like that. Yeah, I think I understand. Okay. So, generics 2, let's see. So this is, alright, so powerful wrapper provides the ability to store a positive integer value. So it reports wrapping any type. Alright, so we can do like T, and then this can be T. And then impl wrapper, yeah, and we have to do that something like this, I believe. New value of T. T is not found in the scope. Okay. How do you do that? Oh, you need to actually put it here as well? Something like that. Okay. Yeah, so that is actually what it wanted me to do. So that makes sense. Why do you have to do it for both? I don't quite understand that necessarily. Oh, but this does make sense to me. So yeah, and then it maps the value to whatever the type is. So it's a generic type. And then, yeah. All right. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. So I think that was the last one of the generics. Yeah, so now we have traits. So what are traits? Traits 1. There we go. Alright, so missing a pen bar. Implement a pen bar for type string. So what is okay. Time to implement traits. Implement the trait a pen bar. Okay. So let's look at traits again. I think I might have had something open on that, but I'm gonna get rid of it. Let me just do rust traits, and let's see what we've got. So, traits, yeah, right in here. So this one is probably fine. Okay, so trait animal, and then you define that there, and then impl. So, pen bar for string, or sheet. Okay. I see. And then, yeah, so you make the function in here. So, do we have pen bar self cell? Pen bar. Alright, so what does it, it wants to just append bar to the string. So, let's see. Functions append bar. Okay. And I think we need self, like, or it needs to be mutable though, right? And then it's going to return, just returns itself. Okay. Something like that, I think. And then can we just do self.append bar? Okay, so we have some issues. Okay. Let me see, actually. Mutable self is right there. Okay. Oh, the and actually has to go, ampersand has to go, right there. Whoops, right there. Okay. And then expected string, but found a mutable string. Alright, so maybe it doesn't have to be mutable. Let's see. Can it just be self then? Can like that actually. Method not found in string. So actually, what was the append? I don't remember. So, actually, can you just do plus equals? That might work. Plus equals bar. Okay, expected string found nothing. Oh yeah, so you have to do that. So we actually have to return self. I just do return like that. Expected string found that. Okay, so that doesn't work. So Marcel. Does it? End to string in Rust. Let's see. Okay. Push stir. Yeah. Try that. Self.push stir bar. And then yeah, it needs to be mutable, right? Or does it not? Actually, in here, it is mutable. Expected string found that. Like this, actually. Does that? So it failed. Right is bar. Okay, 41. Which is right here. So this one failed. Pen bar. Okay, so that should be bar. Why does it have capital? String from that. Ooh, does it wants it to be capital though. Alright, so it wants it to be a capital P. Okay, like that. And then there we go. So then it works. Okay, perfect. So I'm guessing there might be a better way to return it though. Maybe. I think it's fine. So let's look at traits 2. So trait append bar. Okay, so for a vector of strings. So impl append bar for I think it was 4. For vector of string. Like that. And then append bar self. Return self, okay. And then for each one, it needs to iterate through, right? So equal string from bar. Pop. So yeah, it wants to it's actually just self.push bar. I probably have to return self again. Like that. Let's see. So expected string found stir. Okay, so that can actually be like that, yes. And then we might have to change so this there's method with a similar name append. Okay. Oh, because it is nope. What is the issue with that? Append bar for vector of string. Yeah, because it has to be a string though, right? Self.push. Oh yeah, so this needs to be actually there we go. That was the issue there. And then it has to be mutable. Okay, and then there we go, and it works. Okay. Perfect. So let's go to 3. Implement the license rate for both structures and have them return the same information without writing the same function twice. Okay. Alright. So, don't edit this line. Alright, so what is it? Alright. License rate for both structures. Okay. So let me look at what it wants. So, default implementation for functions. Okay. In here, default traits. Let's see. Summarize. Yeah, so we could actually do it here, yeah? And get rid of that. Okay. And then what does it want me to do to it? So it wants to... what should it be returning? Licensing info. So it should return version number? Okay. This be... So, yeah. Or does it have to be string? Alright, so, must implement that. That's a string. What errors do we get there? So, self-declared there. Alright, so no field version number. Okay. License trait, okay, right in here. So we are trying to licensing info, yeah. It should equal the licensing info, which is string from. Does it want us to return that? String from. Self-declared here. Okay. We want like that. Or like that. Whoops. Alright. So why is it capitalized in here? Alright. No field version number. Do I need to include version number? Let me go back to in here. And then, yeah, so there's nothing defined in there. Let's see. So can they summarize cell? String. Okay. Okay. String info equals that. Okay. So, alright. So that's what the licensing info is. And then this version number is that dot toString. But then info. Okay. Okay. Do we need to so a different way to get a field from it. So that summarize author. Okay. Self.username. So let's just do that. But that's in the implementation, like that. So, between, okay. Okay. Does this need to be public then? No. Alright, no field version number on cell. Can this just have version number? Probably not. Mm-hmm. Okay. Trade on a type. Okay. Subplot headline. Alright. Alright, so that, yeah, because that returns 1, 2, 3. But we want to return the version number. Huh. Some software. Version number is 1. So how do you get the version number in here? Let's see. Let's get field. Is that something that we can do? If I don't want the fields from within a trait. Traits can't have fields. Alright. Is smelling. Yeah, so that is. Alright, so you can't do that. So how do you return it? Because for this, could be that, but then that doesn't work for. Does work. But it wants to get it for that as well, right? Huh. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little confused. So it wanted to just compare it to this. Huh. Okay. Okay, sure. And then, alright, traits 4. So, how many are there of the traits? And, alright, 5. Alright, so, alright, quite a bit of output here. So, expect identifier. Okay, so let's read what it wants us to do. Replace that so the code compiles, other than the marked one. Alright, so only change this line. Compare license type. So, software. Software 2. Alright, so this is the only one that we can change. So software is compare license types. So what is software? Okay. So what? I don't. So this. All right. What if I just put some random here, and then we can look at the errors that we get. So look at some software. Right. Can it be some software? And then other software. Okay. And then. Okay. Does it need to be swap? Let's see. Yeah. Other software and some software. Let's see what that does. Whoops. Whoops. So, some software, let's see. And I need to open this back out. Yeah, so it's not like that. Should it be like... let's look at the hint. Try replacing that with impl... Ooh, okay. Okay, impl. So it wants us to do that. So like that. Yeah, well, a space. I don't know that it matters, but yeah. So this, can we just do some software? This might not be right. We'll try it though. Alright, so let's see. Then yeah, so that is still not. So let's look at. There was something in here about that. So impl. I think there was. Let's see if I can find it. Where basically, there was as parameters. Yeah. Full summary. Can we just get license then? Like, license. Might not need the... Maybe get rid of this. Like that. Let's see. Okay, there we go. So that is what it wanted. Okay, so you can use them as parameters in that way. Okay, very cool. So let's move on. Alright, and now it's 5. Okay, so I think this is the last of the traits one. So let's see. Mhm. Don't change any line other than the marked one. Only change the next line. Okay, so this one. Okay. So does it want? It wants info. Can we just do all of them? Same trait. Other trait. Let's see. Like that. Is that? No. No, it is not. Yeah, I didn't think so, but could try it. So, did I actually mess something up? Uh-huh. Okay, some trait, other trait. Okay. So, okay, impl T. Can we use that? Let's see what the hint says. So, oh, plus. Ah, okay, so like some trait plus other trait. Let's see. Okay, so that is what I wanted. Let's read about that actually. So, oh, okay, multiple traits. So, okay. We can use the plus. All right, yeah. Huh. Okay, that's quite interesting. I'm addicted to changing my NeoVim config for no reason. Yeah, I know what you mean. Configuration, sometimes it's fun to just mess around. Just random. Yes. Actually, I wanted to look at that thing that you sent, the example. For that Go, the Go, what was it called? It was like bubble tea, yeah. Right here, I have it open. Yeah, I wanted to look at that really quick. I kind of forgot about that, I'm not gonna lie. And then I will go back to that, because we just finished that one. So, let's see. So here is a demo. Perhaps I can install it. Okay, so this is actually a tutorial. Let's look at what it has. I don't know that I'm going to install it. Let's look at the main.go. Okay. So that includes bubble tea. That makes sense. Okay. So, p.log the file. Alright, so there's logging. And then, alright, so I think we're going to want to, let's go to keys.go then. Okay, key binding. Uh-huh. In new, okay. So it's key binding. Okay. Right, and then model. So here's the board. Yeah, maybe I should try to run this. So let me see if I can do that. Yes. Kind of off topic though, but that's okay. Yeah, so let me just run this. Okay, so let's see. And then I'll go back to the rest stuff. So can I just do go run? Okay, I forget how to do it. It may not go. Downloading that. Okay, undefined board. Okay, so how are you supposed to run it? Let's see, go to that model. Can I just do go build then? Let's see. Alright, and then run. There we go. CLI. Okay, ooh. This looks actually very nice, and I can use Vim keybinds. Oh, okay. Yeah, stay cool as a cucumber. Alright, can you use the mouse? Okay, I can use the arrows. Alright, that is pretty cool. Full laundry. In progress. Done. Okay, very cool. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah. Alright, that is actually really cool. It looks a lot cooler than I thought it would. Oh yeah, I should try that out sometime. Alright, back to the relevant stuff. So yeah, let's get rid of this. And then I think we're done with the traits. So yeah, now it's the quiz. Quiz 3. Okay, so let's see what it wants us to do. Magical School has a new report card generation system written in Rust. Currently, the system only supports creating report cards where the student's grade is represented numerically. However, the school also issues alpha. Okay, print both types. So, alright, so we need to, yeah. Okay. So, where do we need to do that? So, print. Okay. So the grade. So where does it? Let's look at the failure. Choose grade of A plus. So, so we need like, okay, grade 2. So we need to do the something like this, and then make this T like that, and then port card. Yeah, that needs T, and I think here as well. So then it's going to return. Yeah, it's gonna return a string. So you can do that, and then yeah, we need to add that here as well. And let's see. So T cannot be formatted with the default format. So do we have to do something like that? Perhaps. Maybe not. Maybe there is a different way to handle that. Well, let's see what else. So, so using that. Okay. See, so that is in here. Standard format display. This needs to be actually like that. Okay, let's see. And then it still fails. So, alright, so it wants us to convert it. Is that what it wants us to do? Let's see. So, grade is 2.1. Change the grade of A plus. So it wants to convert it to that. Change the grade of 2.1. Make sure you change the grade here after you finish the exercise. Change it to A plus. Is that what it wants? Yes. Okay, it looks like that probably is. Okay. There we go. So I got that working. Yeah, that made sense to me. So, pretty cool. Lifetime. Alright. Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. So, yeah, lifetimes. Lifetimes 1. Alright, so what have we got here? Ooh, okay, yeah, lifetimes. I saw about this. I think this actually shows what we have to do, though. So this is, yeah, like that. Yeah, and then you add it to all of them. So I need to look at how this works exactly. Actually, yeah, I don't think like that. With the, there we go. So then y. There we go. Something like that. And then it does work. So let's actually read about that, and it probably provides a link to that. Lifetime syntax. Let me close some of these things. Alright, lifetime. So, alright, lifetimes are another kind of generic that we've already been using. Rather than ensuring a type has the behavior we want, lifetimes ensure that references are valid as long as we need them to be. Okay. So, Vendaling references, okay? Other than the digits intended to reference. Okay. R equals X. Okay. So then, yeah, so that doesn't let you do that. Okay. But then, generic lifetimes. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely something that, this is actually the same example from in here. Yeah. And then it's going to probably show the same thing, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely something that I will need to read up on. Read up on some more. Alright, let's look at, I got to change this. There we go. Let's look at lifetimes 2. So, alright, so this doesn't work. Borrow later used here. Okay, so it doesn't last long enough. Okay, so the compiler is just validating references past the annotated parameters and the return type. What do we need to change? Okay. So in here, result. That is what. Alright, so let's look at what we have in here. Up here. Okay. So it's something like, yeah, like this. Yeah. Wait, does it? What if it is like that, and then... Whoops. I don't know if this is what it wanted. It does work. So that's kind of how it shows it here. It's pretty much the same thing. So, yeah. So I'm assuming that's what it wanted. Because that is what it shows in the example. So, yeah, that makes sense. So you don't just... Yeah. So 3, let's see. Oh, I need to remove the... Not done. Okay. Oh! 69%. Let's go. Yeah. Alright, 3. Okay. Struct book. Alright, so that wants us to do that then. And then expected lifetime perimeter. Ooh, for all of these, right? Wants that. And then probably... Alright, so I guess that is what it wanted. So, okay. Yes indeed. Alright, and then I think that was it for that part. So, that's pretty cool. And now, tests. What is this? Alright, test 1. So assert, yeah, so it wants us to assert stuff. So tests are important. So we've been using those a lot, because it actually been using them in the thing. To make sure tests can be run on this file without, with the following command. Make sure the test has a problem with it. Make it compile. Make the test pass. Make the test fail. Okay. Assert false. Okay. Assert true. And then it compiles. Okay, yeah. Well, so I understand how that works. Quite familiar with asserts. Okay. So test 2. Alright. So, the test has a problem with it. Make the test compile. So we need to actually, this is 2, right? So we need true, right? And then it will compile. Exactly the same. Otherwise we could do that, and it would not be the same. But this is also the same. They're both false. Yeah. Alright. So I understand how that works as well. So test 3. Okay. Test isn't testing our function. Make it do that, in such a way that the test passes. Okay. So, so assert. I think I want to, Alright, so let's see. Whether we get the result we expect. Okay, so the second one is false when odd. The naming is kind of confusing. But, is even, 2 equals true. Like that, right? And then, the test whether the result we get is we expect. So then you can also do the assert equal thing, which was, how did that work? So I think it was 2. Yeah, assert equal. So this has the equal. And then is even by false, like that, right? Yes. So I think that's what it wanted. Yes. So let's see now. Put out of this one. And then test 4. So this is the last of the test one. Okay. So, alright, this test should check if the rectangle is the size that we pass into its constructor. Okay, so check that. See that width? Something like that. But it's actually not like that. I don't know if we have access to that. We might have to make it public. Height. 1. Like that. And then, correct width and height. Alright, so that did work. Should check if the program panics when we try to create a rectangle with negative width. Okay, so assert equal. Actually, I don't know how to do that. Let me. How do you do the assert panic? Let's assert panic. So, yeah, let's see. Should panic. Is that how you do that? So, test. Let's see. Is there any official documentation? Assert panic. Is that what we want? That's a crate, actually. Panic. Let's see, assert panic. Okay, so how about panic like that? Allow that. So how do you make sure it panics? Let's see. Testing panics, yes. So should panic like that. So let's see, test. So I think, yeah. So here, and then we can do should panic. Yeah. All right. All right. So that is what I wanted. So it's just using using these. Are they called flags? Is that it's attribute. Okay, called an attribute. That makes sense. All right. Yeah, that makes sense to me. All those were kind of intuitive. So let's look at iterators now. Iterators one. All right. So, ooh, okay. So we need to do iterate. My iterable favorite fruits. Okay. Perform operations on elements within a collection. Iterators are essential. So let's look at iterators. Iterators in Rust. Let's see. Processing a series of items with iterators. Let's see. I can look at both of these probably. So v1 dot. Ooh, okay. So we need to do. Yeah, we can do my. Oops. Need a space there. My fave fruits dot iter like that, and I think that's what it wanted there. And then when we actually iterate over it, okay. We start next. Okay, yeah, and then I think we just need to change this to be like this. Some, and then this is custard apple. And then down here as well, we have some, and it is, let's see, so it is avocado and then peach, and then raspberry, and then this one should be none. So I don't know what to put there exactly. Okay, we need semicolon. Did I remove a semicolon? My bad. Okay, and then need a semicolon here as well. Okay, and no rules. Yeah, so this, how do you get none? Or actually error? Or should it be should panic actually? Would it panic? Maybe some. Let's see. Yeah. Hang on. Let me try this and then do that. There we go. Okay. So it should be none. Does it want us to do the panic thing? Yeah. So panic. So can just do. I think. Should panic. Okay. Actually, can this just be none? Is that what it wants? Okay. We do need to should panic. Okay, we do not. So it just was not. Alright, yes. Okay. Yep, that makes sense to me. So iterating, quite simple. So let's look at iterators 2. Okay, sum first equals, Alright, so you'll learn some of the unique advantages that iterators can offer. Okay. Complete the capitalized first function. Hello. Hello. Okay. So then first dot upper. Two, I think it's two uppercase. Something like that. Yeah, actually needs to be like, string from. Is that what it wants? String from that. Okay. That's not what it wants. Let's see. So what error do we get here? Two uppercase. I need to be like that. And then dot to string. Can I just do that? To string. Okay. And then return a vector of strings. Okay. So yeah, we need to do so I want to capitalize first of do we need to iterate through them? Capitalize first of, let's see, words Expecting stir and found that. Yeah, so that's not. How do we index this exactly? So this is like an array. Array of stir to vector of strings in Rust. That's basically. Let's see. Okay. Vector string. Whoops. Okay. Wait, wait. Yeah, that's not. I don't think that's what it wants us to do. Okay. Let's see. Is there something else in here relating to that? Let's see. Option. Okay. Capitalize first. Okay. So this capitalize first. Hello. And then capitalize words. Hello world. Okay. So do we need to actually make an iterator for it? And then, alright, let's look at how those would work. So, so you get the sum. Let's see, let me go back up here. Not the next one. Not iter. Okay, so can I just do that? If I do, if I make a vector, let me make it let vec. Can I do it like this? I don't know. I'll try. So let vec of string. Actually, well, it needs to have a name. So I think I can do that. Equals that, and then let's see v1. Let's see, let's see. So let words iter equal words dot iter, and then for word in words iter, just do vec dot push word, and then just return back. Let's see. I don't know if it can be called back. Let's see. Push word. Yeah. Dot to string. Oh, but we need to actually do the capital thing. And this needs to be mutable as well. Because we didn't actually call that function ever. So we need to do that. So we can just push capitalize first word. And then we don't need that. And I think I actually messed this up because it's a Z. There we go. And then, so that. Alright, so it just returns the one character. Okay. That is a problem. Okay, so how can we change that? Can I? Can I do that and then word? Whoops. Dot to string. Just messing around here, seeing what I can figure out. So words. Yeah. Can I do that? Yeah. So we don't want to push the whole thing though. So how do we do that? So actually, I could just iterate through. Then capitalize first. So the output of that is that. Let me look at this. So chair tar. Okay. As stir. Ooh, can we do that? As stir. Okay. Dot as stir dot. Let's see. Dot as string. Or two string. Two string. Let's see. And actually, I need to get rid of that. There we go. And Yes, that still isn't right. Okay, words.iter, dot first that. Let me look at this. So, capitalize first from the slice. Okay. And then, alright, so, it wants us to not do that like that. So, iterate through that, and then collect the iter. So, how do you... Okay, dot next. Can I do... Equals that. And then... It's not gonna work, actually, because... expect that found string. Okay, so that won't quite work. So, capitalize first of that. There's a method with Aster, yeah. Let's see. And expected stir and found that. Can I do like... Probably won't work. Okay, yes, that doesn't work. So how do you actually collect that? So, not that. So let's see, where do we iter in here? Dot filter that. So dot collect. Yeah. So where's dot iter? Dot capitalize first. Dot collect. Something like that. And then let's see. Yeah, actually we need to call capitalize first. Like this. Let's see, that might not work actually. We might still need to iterate through it. Yeah, so before word in it's not iter. Back. Can we just do let's see. Word.collect. And what does that do? What does that do? So stir is not an iterator. Can I do words iter.collect? And what does that do? So it wants us to make a vector like that. Ooh, actually, is that what it wants then? So vector like that. Okay. Let me get rid of that there actually. Do this, and then do we want to do... Can I do this? Words iter dot collect. Something like that. Okay. Vector vec string found that. So that doesn't work, but alright. Shoes is that. Shoes and size. That. So dot filter. So what is dot filter? Let's see, what else do we have in here? So, yeah. Remove first is a char. It needs to be capitalized and added to the remaining characters. Ooh, okay, so actually we don't want to do this. We want to do, yeah, can we do, this? Yeah, how do we do that? So do we need an iterator for this as well? So, String new of that, and then let's see the rest. Yeah, so how do you get the rest of them? Let's see that next. Let's see, is there from sneaker, size 10, okay. Size filters then. Okay. Actually, I feel like this is similar to what it wants us to do. Maybe. But let's see. So in here, so we need to not just return the one character. So how do you get the rest of it? Is it just not collect actually? Is that something I do want? It probably doesn't want the plus though. Let's see. I don't know exactly how to do that. So. Okay. Unexpected argument, 2 uppercase. Yeah, so it doesn't want that. Actually, it's unmatched, so let's get rid of that. Okay. Mismatched types. Cannot add that. String. Like that. And then let's look at the functions in here. So let's see. So we have next. What else do we have? Okay. Okay. Unwrap. As ASCII. Let's see. How do you get the rest of it? I'm not sure exactly. So we can do dot next. So let's see. What does that return actually? Is there collect? Where is it to find that though? Collection. Dot collect in Rust. Let's see. Okay, so that's an iterator. Do you prefer procedural style or use both? You mean, how do you mean exactly? Like specifically in Rust or just in general? Okay. Kind of hated OOP things, but now I'm turning around in general. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not like a big fan of object-oriented programming. I do prefer procedural, more like C. And Rust is a bit different. Because Rust kind of has some elements of object-oriented programming. I mean, it's not technically object-oriented, but it has some elements of that. But member methods are fine in your opinion. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Um, yeah. I do kind of like those. That part is good. Yeah. I'm not like super opinionated on it. I rewrote parts of my code to be full procedural, and now it's only adding complexity. Yeah. Well, that's kind of the point of it, right? Is to make it simpler. Just sometimes it does make it more complex. When you have with the OOP, it really just depends on what you're doing, right? Dot from iter. Let's see. Okay. Alright, so needs to be capitalized. Da, da. And C can be used. Oh, okay, using the as stir. So can I do C.as stir? Okay. I think that might have worked. Okay. So. Alright, so let's see this then. So dot collect. For some things, object methods are better. Yeah. I think it does depend. Like, it depends on what you're doing. Like, they exist for that. I'm making a language, if you remember from last chat. Yes, I do remember. What? So you were using C++, right? Like that. Plan to add methods to be multi-paradigm, like Rust. Nice. But you rewrote the parts of your code to be procedural? Huh. Well, so why are you doing it then? Just for fun, or is there a particular reason why you were choosing to write it procedurally? Or is it just to like try it out? Trying out. Okay. I understand. Okay, so dot map. So let's do actually, let me try that. Dot map. Okay. And then map. I actually just wanted to capitalize first. So, I think we can actually iterate over this forward in words iter. Like that, and make this mutable. And then, vec dot push word dot to string. Okay, and then, alright, so it didn't, oh, but we need to actually capitalize it. Capitalize first, like this, and I don't think we need the to-string then. There we go. And then, okay, so, alright, so this was the one that failed. So left is that, and then it's hello world. So where is that at? Okay, so it doesn't work for that. But then the rest of them, test iterate into string. So that was the only one that failed. Alright, yeah, so what was this one? So, Alright, so why does it fail? So the first, what if I do this? Then we get an issue with that. Two uppercase. Let me look at Weird. My language becomes closer and closer to Rust with pointers. I guess it's fine, but I'll have to invent some new ideas to be different. Well, Rust does have pointers, right? Or references, at least. Da, da. I don't think there's really a problem if your language is similar to an existing language, right? And then it can, from there, you can build upon it as you need things, right? That is what I think. So let's see. String. Maybe we need to do that next. String from this. Does it want that? Let's see. String from hello. Maybe that won't work. First dot two uppercase. Uh-huh. Let's see. Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay. So, hello. Here's my next. Okay. Dot collect. So, what if I do that? No. Alright, but that is the same thing as this. So, why is it none? Like that. I don't quite understand that. So we have C, dot Esther. All the other ones worked properly. Let's look at as, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Esther. Where do we have that defined? As stir. Right. Slice as stir, yeah. Okay, so okay. Maybe it's not actually slice. It is a, what is it? Like a chars. What is this? Okay. Okay. Capitalized word string. Alright, and this word vector. What if I just do that? What does that return? So hello, and that returns none. So why is that? How do I get the rest of it? That two owned. Oh, whoops. There we go. Okay, and then yeah, hello. Yes, we still don't get the rest of it. So can I do next? So then that is that doesn't work. String or dot expect. No, that's not what I want. C dot next. Yeah, so you have to match that. So how do you how do we get this stuff? So let me go back. Right here. And let's see. So Okay, match C. Yeah. So read out line string from hello. So character is always 4 bytes in size. This is different representation than a given character would have in there. Okay. Okay, but 1 byte per element. Okay. Chars dot next. Huh. Okay. String from what? So we need the first. Whoops. First dot 2 uppercase. Need that. And that's not enough. 2 up. Oh, whoops, I messed that up. Uppercase. There we go. And do I have to do? I forget how it works. All right. Maybe. Well, we don't actually need that, right? So string dot 2 uppercase plus C plus C. What can I do plus C? Well, that's an iterator, right? So that's not gonna work. And this is first, not string. Like that. And then, okay, so can I add that to that? Yeah, so that won't work. But if I do this and then dot to string, and then, okay, we get the H and W, we get the H for that one, and okay, what is this one? So yeah, what about this last one? Iterate into string. So that we still get nothing. So, right, okay. Okay. Sum first. Input dot characters, okay. Let me look at that. So dot chars. In Rust. Let's see what we've got. First character out of a string. Chars dot next. Okay, so let me see. Do we have? Yeah, I want to look at the dot chars. Let's see. String dot chars. And let's look. I want to see the methods for this. So dot chars and then character. Alright, so that iterates through them. That's not exactly what I want to do, though. Okay. Let's see. Dot as stir. Huh. Alright, and how does it work? Because in here we pass a vector. Pass a vector, and then that's why it's not working. Or is it returning this? That might be it. That's probably not gonna work. But I can do this, and then make a string from like that, and then plus c dot as stir. Alright, let's see. So that string new. Yeah, string. Let's do string from. And okay, so we get text, and right is that. So let me see. Where is the? Yes, that one still doesn't work. So that is not the issue. New. So that is fine. But then with so okay. Can I do just print that? I can do something like this though, right? Will that work? Alright, can I do like that? Maybe. Okay, so it prints out that. Iterate string back. Nope. So where is the... Okay. It didn't output anything here. Test empty. Output it empty. Uh-huh. Capitalize first. Oh yeah, we don't call it capitalize first. Man, I am... I forgot to implement this whole thing. Oh my gosh, I've been stuck on it for so long, but I'm just... I'm a little tired. I need to implement this one. Oh my gosh. Okay. Capitalize words string. Okay, so we just need to do words dot chars dot as stir, something like that, I think. Maybe not quite. Okay. Method not found in there, so we can't just do that like that. But we can make an iterator, right? Words iter equals words dot iter. And then is alright, so words let's see. Let's see. So I don't know. Yeah, that doesn't work. Let's see. Well, actually, it's words iter dot. Let's see what that does. Unexpected argument. Okay. What if I get rid of that? And then... Yeah. Alright, I can probably iterate over it, right? And then push stir. Yeah. So like for words iter. And then make a let immutable stir. Yeah, let immutable stir is a string. Like that. And then stir dot push stir word. And then just return stir. That's probably not how they want me to do it. Equals default. Yeah, okay, I can do that. Equals default. Which I think that just makes it an empty string. And then, okay, so not quite. But we need to also capitalize. So, yeah. Capitalize first. Word. Okay, and we need to do that. Make it a slice. And there we go. Okay, got it. Yeah. So I don't know if that's necessarily the most idiomatic way of doing it, but it does work. Alright, so let's see. Now, iterators 3. And alright, so there's a few more here. Okay. I wouldn't have been stuck on that one for so long if I actually was paying attention. Okay. Bigger size than most of the others. You can do it. Here is your mission. Alright. Complete the divide function. Alright, so calculate A divided by B if A is evenly divisible by B. Otherwise, return a suitable error. Okay, so, so basically, A, something like that. Maybe. Can I do match A mod B, like that? And then 0, return, turn A divided by B. Otherwise, return error. So this can be like sum, right? Or okay. And this can be error, division error. Let's see. I can get rid of the to do as well. Okay. Division error, divide by 0. Divide by 0. There we go. And, okay. So, divide 0 by something, okay. And then, right, complete the function and return the value of the correct types so the test passes. Okay, so this is like mapping stuff. So, divide n by 27. Okay. So what does this want to return? So we need to take... Alright, well, let me see if this is working actually. So divide. Divide this. Let's see. Okay, 9. Does that work? Test. So that one does work. Alright, so I think the division is working. So then this, test not divisible. Ooh, that might not be working. Test not divisible. Panic. Okay. Do I need to return the error rather than doing this, right? Return error. No, we don't want to panic. So, okay. Failures. Okay. So how do you do that? I don't remember exactly. I went over that though. So, don't want to panic, but I want to return the value of the error. Alright, well, let's see. So, no, so we don't actually want divide by 0, right? So if we do, hang on. So if we get a divide by 0, but what is that called? E, then do divide by 0. But if we get anything that's not that, then we want to do the error vision error, not divisible. Not, yeah, actually, I think we want to switch this around. Error E, like that, and then this can go down here, and this can be the otherwise case. Now, I don't think I need to return. Alright, let me see. So that, alright, missing a comma. Not divisible. Okay, so error E. So error not divisible error. Okay. Actually, how do we check that? So if we actually we want so if it is anything that's not 0. If not 0. Well, how do you check that? So a mod b. Let me look. So in here, so if we do like 5 mod 0, then yeah, we get that. So that can be handled here. That can be with the error though. We don't need the error, so actually it can just be like that. Here, we don't get the error. But this needs this can take the A and B like that. But how do you check? So let me look at Rust match. Yeah, hang on. So I can look at this one because I think there was a similar thing to that. Let's see. Matching on that. Alright, I don't think that one. There was some pattern matching. If num. Alright, actually, can we do that? Okay, num. If num, it's not equal to 0. Basically is what I want to do. Okay, so A and B, unexpected argument. Not divisible error. Okay, so yeah, this needs to be a not divisible error. Yes, that's what we need to pass it. Not divisible error. And then we need dividend is A, divisor is B. Like that. And then, okay, so we get expect I32 found result. Okay, found result. So where is that? So why is B that? Question has type I32. What is... Okay, no. Let's see. Can I just do like that? Okay. There we go. Then it is working. Not divisible. Alright, so I think that is right then. Test divide by 0 does not work though. So where is that? Divide by 0. So Let's see, if b equals 0, and do that. That's not quite right. Okay. Can we just check this before the thing? Actually, we can just do if b equals 0, then do this. Like that. Alright, I can do this, return. Alright, and then, yeah, I don't handle them all now. So this can just be that, right? Okay, and then those work. So now we just have test list of results. So that is just with the next thing that I've not implemented. So, so the test passes. Result with a list. So we need, let's see, what inputs do we put? So result with list, we don't put any. So what does it come from? Numbers equals that. Okay, 1. Okay, 11. Okay. That's how many times it goes into that. So why does it not work? So we need to return. Okay. Okay, numbers of division results. Okay, that doesn't work. Like, did that found that? But we need the output as well. So that is what we need to do. We need to do that and have a result. And it could either be division error. Yeah, it could be a division error or an I32. So I think I can do that. I32 or division error. And actually, I need to do this up here. Whoops, not there. I32 or division error. Okay. And up here as well. There we go. Turn. Yeah, right here. Actually, I messed that up. There we go. And then in here, result 32 or division error. I think that's what we need to return there. And we want to do that. This we actually want to return. Okay. So we need to iterate over this, over the division results. Let's see. So how can I do that? So basically, we do that, and then it is a type of map. So what does that return? Can we look at that? Look at map. So iter map, yeah, in here. So iter into iter dot map that, and then so do we have to do dot collect? This is very weird. Dot collect. Can I do that? Let's see. What does that do? And let me actually get rid of these things. And then okay. Found that. It was empty. Okay, can we actually return division results like that? And then okay, value of the type I32 cannot be built from that. So how do you get so division on results? Okay, dot into iter. Dot map with that. That reverse. Yes, that reversed it. We don't need to do that. So okay. Okay. So we map it like that and then collect. Value of I32 cannot be built from that. So it doesn't want that. It does not like that. So So actually, huh? Dot map that. Okay. So it doesn't like that. Type I32. So why is it? Alright, so what does, whoops. What does this return? Let's see. And then, alright, help add that. Okay, that's probably a good idea then. And, vision results. Found map.that. Yeah. So, but we can't, oh yeah. Da. So, how do you do this? Let's see, let's look at a hint. The divide function needs to return, yeah, alright, the division results variable needs to be collected into a collection type, okay. Result with list function needs to return a single result where the success case is a vector of integers, the failure case is a division error. Okay. So, yeah, we do this, but how do you collect it? Because that doesn't work, because it says, that cannot be built from that, so, numbers, dot into iter, huh. Yeah, it doesn't like that. Okay. So, I mean, once we can return that though, right? But we just can't collect it. Yeah. No. So, let's see. Can I just look at this error and see what comes up? Okay. Alright, so let's see. So in here. Okay, that's a lot of stuff. But I need the dot collect. So this. Huh. So that's not exactly what I want. Alright, let me look at dot collect. There is no. Alright, actually just collect. There we go. Iterator collect. Yeah, so that's what I want. Collect can take anything iterable, turn it into a relevant collection. Okay. To use is to turn one collection into another. Yeah, so we can do dot map, dot collect, but that doesn't work. Oh, because we do into iter? Can we not do that? What if we do just iter? Then what do we get? Yeah, that doesn't. Can we do this dot collect? And oh, so method not found in there. Yeah. Well, I spelled it wrong anyway, so probably didn't help. There we go. And then, okay, so returns that. Yeah, so that still doesn't work. Where is into iter? Let's see, do we use that in here? Into iter. That try collect. Alright, can we do that? Huh. That try collect. Okay. Unstable. Alright, so it's unstable. No, is there? I feel like it doesn't want me to use that. But I don't know. Dot partition? map. Dot skip one Twitter dot map. What does skip mean? Huh. Skip. Yeah, so that's not what I want. So, okay. Not sure. Okay. From iterator. Uh-huh. From iterator. How do we do that? Okay, so from iterator. Let me go back to this one that it opened. Okay, so where is from iterator? I don't see. Oh, right here. From iterator, self item. To make the solution of this exercise infinitely easier. Huh. Okay. Okay. Let me look at this actually. So 4 and this is 3. Okay. So design output is that. Okay, from iterator. So what is from iterator happen? Iterator collect. But can we do that? Can we do from iterator like that? Yeah, with no underscore. Okay. From iter. Alright, just from iter. And then, okay. Iterator. Uh-huh. What if I do that? Cannot be built from that. Huh. Okay, so from iterator. Right, from iter. 5 5s. Vector, okay. Okay, can I do okay. 44. Can I do that? No. Alright, so that from iter. Okay, from iter what? Vector of result. Okay, vector, and then I have no idea. That is in. Alright, so this one is the one that we're worried about. But it found that. What is? Okay. the same thing here. I don't know if this is right, but I'm gonna find it. So then, yeah. So left is okay, okay. And it just wanted that. So let's result with list. Alright, so it doesn't want the from iter. But that's the only one that failed. So this one is actually right now. But this one, we don't want to return that. But we do want a vector. But we want it to be a result. Result of yeah, result of vector of I32 with the division error. Yeah, so yeah, like that. So, and is that mismatch? Let me see. So, result of that, open, open, close, close. Yeah, I think we don't need that last one. Okay, so do that, and then it's not gonna work. Because so we want something different than that. What does division results do? So that returns math.into that. So we just want the one. So from iter. Let me look at that. From iter in what? Okay, from iter. Look at this. Taking that. No, that's not what I want. Dot into iter. So how can we do that from that? Because we want to return result. Let's do result from iter like that. Okay, actually that did work. Okay, I wasn't. All right. Yeah. Okay, I'm very happy with that. So that returns that. And then this. All right. Okay, I figured it out. Yes, I'm very happy. Okay. Woohoo! Yeah, now iterators 4. So there is 2 more, and then I'm probably going to be done for the day. I've been streaming for almost 3 hours already. Unless I might have stopped before that. It depends on how long these take. So let's see. Complete this function to return the factorial of no. Don't use return. Imperative style loops for a while. Additional variables. For an extra challenge, don't use recursion. Okay, so factorial. Okay, so take a number. Alright, so we just need to do for I in basically do that, and then let's just do result. Make it I32. A U64 equal default like that. And then for I in num, this needs to be mutable. Mutable result. Result plus equals I. Plus equals num. Times equals num x. Equals num. That's what I'm doing. And then just return result. Okay. And then 64 is not an iterator. So yeah, how do you do the range? Is it just 0 dot dot no like that? Okay, so no successes. Factorial of 0. So actually it needs to start at 1. So actually this can be 1 by default. There we go. And then, alright, so a lot of them actually succeeded, or 2 of them at least, and then 2 of them failed. So factorial of 2, so it's 1. Okay. Did that. Okay. So that still didn't work. So that's not what I wanted. Okay. Don't use recursion. Yeah, so 2 is that, and right is 4. Then factorial of 4. Left is that. So, am I doing the factorials wrong? 4 factorial. Let's see. So expected 256. Did I do something wrong? Let's see. Ooh, okay, so mine is actually the higher one. So, okay, so that is a problem. So 2 factorial of 2. So, I forget, how do you, is it not times, actually? Is it that? Yes, that's not right. Not right. I forget how to do that. So, actually, it's all the ones descending, right? So, actually, I want to do I. Yeah, it's not itself. Yeah. Let's see, is it actually, I forget how it goes. So, alright, so then 4 failed. So we got 7. Okay. But it has to be, doesn't start at 1, though. Huh. Yeah, so those all failed then. Let's see, I get 0. Okay. 2 factorial, 4 factorial is 24. So, that's 4. That is how it works, right? Yeah. Okay, but then 0 factorial is just 1. Yeah, so that is, because it's 1. Huh. I forget how it works, and I'm too tired to remember. Yeah, so that is how it works, though, and then you don't do the 0, so it needs to be times. Let's start at 1, though. Total of 2, alright, yeah, so those failed again. So left is that, so 0. Okay, right is that. Yeah, so it can't be 0, because then we get that. But we need to actually do this in reverse, right? We need to start at the number. So actually we need to do num2, 1. Yeah, and then let's do 0, right? That should still work, I think. Or it might make it 0. Right is 1. Okay, so it's actually, why is it 1? So we need to, rust reverse order. Because I don't know how exactly to explain it. Let's see. Use dot reverse. Yeah, because I want to go down. So, right, so just that. Okay. 0 to none. Not red. Okay, so then we get 0. So let's do 1. And 6 and 24. So that's still not right. Prints 3, 2, 1. We need to do equal. There we go. Alright, got it. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Very happy with that. Alright, and now, the last one, and then I'm going to end the stream. So, yeah. So, let's see what we need to do. Simple model to track Rustlings exercise progress. Actually, what percent? 80% done. Okay. Using a hash map. The name of the exercise is key, and the progress is the value. 2 counting functions were created to count the number of exercises with a given progress. Trying to use imperative loops. Okay. So, map is a hash map. Okay. Count iterator. So, so what is it? Count iterator. Okay, the name of the exercise is the key and the progress is the value. To count the functionality. Count iterator and count collection iterator. Okay, so count 4. Count collection. So that does that. Okay. So that is what we get. So that is the map. Do we need to use an iterator for it? Iterative loops. Only those need to be modified. So these are the only things that we have to modify. Okay. So, okay, so we have to modify these two. So let's look at this one first. So count, let's see, count iterator. So, so what is it expected to return? So 3, get map. So what happens when you get map? What does that mean? Get, get map is right here. So it does that. Get vector map. So get map is just that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Map. So what does it return? I don't. Okay. Create this count. Two counting functions were created to count the number of exercises. Okay, so with a given progress. Okay, count iterator. So what is iterator? Count 4. If val equals value. Alright, let's look at some of the errors here. So they all fail. Task count collection P complete. Alright, this one we need to modify. Count collection iterator. So what is collection? Dang it. Yeah, because it did that. So, so we're returning a size. So if I do like this, what does it look like? So yeah, returns that. So it was expecting 6. So we need to iterate over a hash map. Iterate hash map. Let's look at that. So, yeah, so it doesn't want us to use for loops though. So using an iterator, can we do that? Hash map. Yeah, but it doesn't want that. Method.iter, yeah. Actually, let me look at all of these. I have a lot of tabs open now. Let me close them. Okay. In map.iter though, so you use a for loop. It doesn't said not to use a for loop. Imperative loops. But this uses for loops, so I don't understand. Let me look at what it directs to if I do hint. So, fold method. Okay, documentation for that contains numerous methods that will be helpful. Alright, so iterator. Let's look at that. How are you finding Rust so far? Yes, I do. I like it so far. I haven't really used it enough, I guess, to have an opinion. Because especially with something like Rust, where there's a lot of stuff to it, so you have to use it for a while. But yeah, so far, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. It is a lot though. Yes. Okay, so, let me look at this. So iterator, trait, and let's see what we have. Okay, right in here. So next, yeah, next chunk. So can I make an iterator from the map? Can I just do map? Let map iterate equals map dot iterate, like that. Yeah, and then what do we get? So I didn't fail from that. Okay. So left is that, and yeah, so that's just because. Actually, let me go back to. I want to start here. So iterator. Why is it returning 15? That one's returning 15. Okay. So map iter. So we get a map iter. And then what do we want to do with it? So we want to get all of them from there. So is there something specifically on maps? Or hash? No. Okay, so how do you get let's see. Is there like keys? That's not exactly right. Okay. Not sure. So is sorted by? Is sorted? No. E. What is that? Let's see. Can I just look up? That's iterator on hash map. let me look at the hint again. So that has fold method, collection variable, count collection iterator. So which one is that? No. So in the for iterator, right. So once use fold and then find out how to do it without using fold. But okay. Hash set hash map. Message.charge.collect. So what is that? What is that? All right, so that's not gonna work because we have to map it first, right? But what do we want to do? Can we do? Okay. Let's see. If I can figure out how to use that. Map n plus let's see, equals 1. Do I need to collect? But I want to return n. You can't use that on a string. So how do you see, I want to iterate over it. I guess map's probably not what I want to do because that's the elements in it. I'm going to try this, but I don't think it's right. So yeah, add that token. Yeah, that won't probably won't work. Okay. So count sum. 75. So that, and let's see, so these, they all fail. So that's not right, but that's okay. Count iterator. Let's see, what do we have count iterator? Count sum. Let's see, do we even call this? Count iterator. Count collection iterator. So what do we call count iterator? So that's this one. Count complete. Let's see. Count complete. Left is 3 and right is 0. So it's not do that. So okay, I was not expecting it to work. So ba-bum. Count iterator. Catch that. Okay. Insert that. Yeah, that's not what I want. Iter. Let's look at fold. Let me look at fold. So where did that say it was? Fold. Count collection iterator. Alright, so fold. Let's look at that. Iterator fold. Yes. Takes 2 arguments. Let's see, example. And dot fold. Okay, so okay, fold 0 and then sum. Okay. So can I do let sum equal dot fold 0. Start at 0. And then actually we don't have a, it is collection. Okay. X. And then what's X? Is that how we want to do that? Return sum like that. And then no implementation for integer. Yeah, because actually that's the elements, right? Can I just do okay, I don't want to do that. So can I use that on? All right, so that is the progress. Yeah. So what is the progress stored as actually? Okay, so it's like that. So what am I counting? Let's see. So, so one that is not, I don't understand what I'm counting. Collection, iterator. So for each one, I just want to iterate. I guess. Okay, fold. Okay. Yeah, so that's not. Yeah. Found that. Let's see. So restful. Let's see. Data.sum. So can do dot sum. Yeah, but we don't have that. Can we do that in this one though? Because these, no, it doesn't. Not any different. So, string keys and progress values. So progress is one of those. Sum. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to end it right here. So I'll probably work on it some more tomorrow. Hopefully get it done because I'm pretty close. But unfortunately I do have to go. Yeah. So thank you for watching. Yeah, and I will see you next time. Goodbye. Goodbye. Yes.